we finally got some warmer temperatures and a little bit of sunshine. I'm happy about that. Ugh. And no, these are not mystery boxes. These are actually returns from Amazon. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. So if you recall, we used to do a lot of Amazon selling, and one of the things, the good things about Amazon FBA is that you can send your inventory to Amazon and they'll sell it for you. Now, there is a little bit of a downside to this. So if your items do not sell, where do these items go? Does Amazon keep them? Do you get reimbursed for those items? So they don't necessarily keep them or you don't get reimbursed. It's like a little bit of both. The way we have our setup is if the items don't sell, then what they'll do is they'll send them back to our address. So we end up keeping the items and we can sell them on the platform or we can relist them or whatever we want to do with them. But before, like a year ago, they used to actually liquidate these items and we wouldn't get them back. They would make us put in an order and, we would get the stuff back or we wouldn't get the stuff back depending on if I answered the email or not. But now they do actually send them back to us automatically, which is really cool. So if y'all did not know, I kind of hate the winter time because I feel slow and sluggish, and sometimes I get in a little bit of a winter depression just because you can't go out and do a lot of things. But having a little warm peaks and little warm days like this kind of energized me a little bit. So I'm gonna go over to the store and see what I can get listed now. I'm not gonna lie, I have not been over to the store in about a week. April, she's been holding down the fort, getting all the stuff shipped and sent and all that good stuff. So today I'm going to do my part and I'm going to try to list at least 50 items. That's going to be a lot. I'm not going to lie. Listing 50 items sounds a little bit daunting, but I'm going to try. We're going to do it. So just pulled up at the store. So now let's look at the mission. So the mission today is to source and list 50 items from the death pile. Shouldn't be too difficult, right? Now we do have tons of stuff over here. I think I talked about it on the last video. We have some new stuff, we have some older stuff. So I want to get some of the newer and the older stuff listed today. And I'm gonna show y'all kind of where I'm going to start. I'm going to start here because I do want to clear this area out in the store. Also, these two bins are stuff that is listed. We have actually sold quite a bit of items from those two bins, which means, listing works. And then I've also got this tote of stuff right here, and then some of the newer items that I got listed as well. So we're going to try to work through this today, and we'll see how far I can get. All right, so I've gotten some of the stuff listed. I kind of want to go over some of the stuff that I got. So we did have these little plushies that are inside of like a box. This Disney Junior's tots. And I believe I listed those for around $29.99. They're both a brand new sealed, so I don't know why we didn't have those listed, but we didn't. Then I listed this little Aliens figurine. I think I listed that for like $24. Then we had these 3 brand new Coco Melon interactive dolls. I had these listed, but what I did was I ended the listing and I relisted these with the new price, and hopefully these will sell. We have sold one of them. We had 4 when I first bought these, but obviously we hadn't sold all of them yet. I think the price kind of changed. So it's kind of weird because sometimes the price changed. And then I also listed this, which is a power supply. I listed this for $59.99. And then I listed this hopping toy. It's like a dual head dragon, that one right there, actually. And I listed this for $34.99. And then this thermal take, I believe it's a power supply, but it was a little bit damaged. I couldn't tell if it was new or used, so I sold it for parts only for $19.99. So sometimes you get bogged down with details and you don't list stuff because you think that people aren't going to buy it. And I saw a couple of these that were listed for or sold for parts only for that price point. So I think I paid like $5 for this, so we still will be profitable with that. So now I listed this bathroom sink, and it was kind of difficult for me to find it. But what I did was I just created a new listing. They did have some of these Beely bathroom faucets, but it didn't have this exact one. So sometimes you got to create a new listing. You can't always list a similar one. And then I also listed this electronic safe. I'm not sure why I waited so long to list this safe. It was brand new, and these sell for about $40 plus shipping, so I did get that listed. So that kind of brings me to one of the things I want to talk about, which is listing items. And sometimes you get bogged down with the details when you're listing items, and it kind of deters you. And I'm talking about myself. I'm projecting my my feelings on everybody. But, you know, sometimes I get a little bit bogged down with the details when I'm trying to list stuff, and I'll say, you know, is this broken? Is it missing a piece? I don't know how it works. And then I don't list it, and I say, okay, well, I'm put it in a pile and I get to it later. And then you never really get to it later. So it kind of just sits there. So this item that I got sitting in the box right now is some sort of, I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's supposed to be like a skill saw or something like that, but it looks pretty complicated to set up. But it does look to have all the parts except the power adapter. So you can see it looks pretty, looks new. It doesn't look like it's been used before. And it has the handle, but it doesn't have the power cable. Now this right here, what I've looked at the sold comps, is selling for around $130. So it's kind of like, do I list it without the power cable, you know, for a lot cheaper, or do I just, you know, scrap it because I'm gonna pay like $6 for it? I think I'm gonna list it without the power adapter, or I may be able to find a power adapter. It looks like a pretty normal power adapter. So I'm gonna see if I can find the power adapter, or find a power adapter, just to see if it works, and then I can list it just for a lot cheaper. I'll probably list it for half that price. I'll probably list it for like maybe $49.99 in this condition, because I won't have a power cable with it. But it just kind of goes back to the idea that sometimes we get in our own way. Like we block ourselves from listing items just because we overthink what we think we can sell it for, or we don't understand how it works, or we don't understand all the parts or the pieces. And sometimes it's just easier to either list it as 4 parts only, or, you know, just listing it for a lower price, just with the in the description, just letting them know that, hey, it's untested. I don't know if it has all the parts, but it does appear to be new, or appears to be open box. And then a lot of times people will buy those items because they're a lot cheaper than the item. They'll assume the risk of buying that item without it being in perfect or brand new condition. So anyway, I'm going to get back to listing. I'm doing pretty good. I've got a lot of this shelf kind of cleared off. I don't have the whole shelf cleared off, obviously, but I do have a little bit of this shelf cleared off. Some of the shelf down at the bottom kind of cleared off. So I'm going to keep trucking. All right, so I did get through listing some of the items. I want to show you a couple items that I didn't have listed, but they should be quick sellers. So this Mickey 100 anniversary, so 100, it's got the little stamp on the bottom. It's brand new, sealed in the back. This sells for about $25. Was easy to list because there's a bunch of them listed and sold. So I got that listed pretty quickly. This one was a little bit harder to kind of look up because it's JanSport. It does have, it's brand new with tags, but it didn't have like a barcode or anything on it. So what I did was, it's a lunchbox and it has a tag on the inside of it. And on the inside of this tag, it shows the name Big, I don't know if y'all can see that. It says Big Break. And so that's what I use on eBay to identify it, and I found some sold comps. It sells for about $17. We did get this in the Target high piece count pallet, so it is brand new. So I got that listed, and then this is one that I kind of went back and forth with. So a lot of these scales, they don't sell for like a ton of money. So a lot of times we'll list these on Whatnot, and you know, we may get $5 or $10 out of them. You know, obviously, you know, minus the shipping costs and minus the fees. But these are selling for about $22 on eBay. So I went ahead and listed on eBay, and you know, hopefully it sells. But the problem with these is that they're kind of big and they're kind of heavy, so they're going to cost a lot to ship. And a lot of the ones that I saw that was sold was, you know, like $22 plus free shipping. So, you know, we may only make $5 or $10 out of this anyway. But I went ahead and listed on eBay because I saw it on eBay, and I want to get this stuff somewhere that's not just sitting on a pile or sitting in a corner. So one more thing that I wanted to address is items that I do not believe that we can sell, or it's going to take too long for me to figure out what it is. So like, I found these keycaps, and they look like pretty good keycaps. I just don't know what they go for or what model they are. And you know, they're just keycaps for like a keyboard. And I know people buy these, and I know these do sell for around like $25, $30 that we can make off of these. But I don't know what computer they go to or what keyboard they go to. And then sometimes if you get like Amazon mystery boxes, so this is where we got this item from, was from a mystery box. But sometimes you can look on the sticker and figure out like where it comes from or what it goes for. And the only thing that I could see that identified this was R008, and I couldn't figure out exactly what they went to. So I'm not going to spend any more time with these. I'm just going to go on and throw them in the garbage and move on. So sometimes you have to look at your time and what you want to get done, and sometimes that may mean throwing some stuff away. I know nobody wants to hear that, but sometimes you just got to toss it. All right, so it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm trying to wind down for today. I'm gonna show y'all the rest of the stuff that I'm gonna get listed for today, and then I kind of do a cover of all the stuff that I've got left. I think I've made a pretty good dent. The only thing about list when you're going in and you're trying to, get your death pile is it doesn't feel like you got a lot of stuff done. But I think I got a pretty good amount of things. I don't know if I listed 50 items, but I know I listed a lot of stuff. So let me show y'all what I'm gonna try to get through for the last hour or so. So these are some items that we've ran in a couple of whatnot sales, and I'm just going to give them a chance on eBay. So we got these, a couple of dolls, a couple action figures that I got left, some different action figures that if you've been on our whatnot show, you've seen them before. Try to list all this stuff. It's quite a bit. It looks kind of daunting, but you know what? I'm up for the task. So let's get it done. So I didn't get exactly everything that I want to get done, but I did get I got a bunch of stuff done. I'm proud of myself because I came over here and I got some of the stuff listed that I wanted to. As you can see, it's the shelf, the new shelves are filling up, which is good because that means we're getting stuff listed, but we also have sold some stuff off of the shelf, which is great. And then this is kind of the area where I've been listing stuff and pulling stuff from. So still a lot of stuff, but it's getting a lot better. I pulled off a lot of stuff on the top of the shelf. And then also I pulled off pretty much everything from the old whatnot shelf. So all that stuff, once I clear this off, this will be another shelf where we can just, put totes or bins or stuff for the front of the store. In the back of the store, we still have our whatnot shelf kind of filling up with stuff. I am going to be ordering some special items for whatnot, so that'll be on a different video where I kind of talk about what I'm going to be ordering there. But we are going to have some new fresh inventory for whatnot. It's going to be kind of exciting. And then over here is the secondary death pile. So this is all the stuff that's going to be transferred to the front. We're going to clear all this out, and this is going to be all storage for whatnot and other things, as well as this shelf as well. So a bunch of stuff still needs to be listed. That's just how it is. You're buying and selling and you end up with a bunch of stuff, and then sometimes you don't have anything at all to sell. We don't have that problem of not having stuff because we got a plethora of items to sell. So that's going to be it for today, guys. If you like these types of videos, like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever I release new videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay listening.